But we begin our report here with an apocalyptic scene. That is how eyewitnesses are describing wildfires spreading across Hawaii's second largest island. It is happening in Maui. There have been mass evacuations. Some people have had to jump into the ocean to escape. Homes and businesses and historic tourist destinations have been destroyed, and the flames are growing due to winds from Hurricane Dora. Nearly 13,000 customers in Maui are without power as of Wednesday evening. For more on this, I'm joined now by Elizabeth Pickett. She is the executive director of the Hawaii Wildfire Management Organization. Elizabeth, first of all, just talk about what the situation is like tonight where you are.
Well, I'm actually located on Hawaii Island. So we have three fires burning here, and then there are two fires on Maui, as you noted. And it's, we know we are a fire-prone state. I don't think it's publicized maybe nationwide, but those of us who live here know that we are prone to wildfire. We have all the conditions that support wildfire: dry vegetation, heavy winds, more and more drought episodes, and lots of vegetation on the ground that's fire-prone and unmanaged. And so it's not a surprise, but the devastation that we're occurring, the number of communities who have been evacuated, it's devastating, and we're all just pulling together to figure out what we can do to support each other.
It's a question you're going to get, and many others will ask, but how do you think the state can prepare better?
Well, that's the perfect question, actually, because our organization is focused on preparedness and prevention. And it all comes down to the fact that Hawaii's fire issues have been increasing over the last couple of decades. And our policies, our infrastructure, our preparedness, none of that has caught up with the level of threat that we face. It's not like other places that have had fire as part of its ecology and part of its history. Fire is more recent in Hawaii over the last several decades. And I think there's a lot that needs to happen. We need to manage our fuels better. We have a lot of fallow agricultural lands, and we have invasive species that are fire prone that we need to manage and do fuel breaks and lots of fuels management. And we have lots of community awareness and preparedness and readiness actions that we really need the resources and support to ramp up so that we can all adjust to this new reality.
I think you're right that when most people think of Hawaii, they don't think wildfires. You say that should change. Why have things gotten so much worse?
It's a combination of three things. We have increased episodes of drought, and we always have heavy winds, but when hurricanes come south of us like they are right now, they ramp up to 60 miles an hour and more. But we have conditions on the ground in terms of weather that support wildfire, but we have invasive species that have come into our island archipelago that cover now 26% of our state. And so we have these invasive, fire-loving, very highly ignitable grasses that have invaded our landscape. And so when those two things come together, and then we have human behaviors that aren't quite as fire-aware as they are in other fire-prone locations, it's just a recipe for more and more wildland fires.
Well, these pictures are stunning and awful to see, but we hope it gets better soon. Elizabeth Pickett, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for highlighting this issue.